Hey, it's your fellow Jedi. Never mind. I'm just got a hood on. It's cold outside, and it's cold in here. Car's warming up. Cold in Indiana. Holy crap, it's cold. Anyways, what are we talking about today? I'm not sure what to talk about today. I know the videos are gonna get. Hey, it's light outside. That's a good thing too. I can shoot videos after work, and they're not in the dark. So people are like, "What the hell kind of video was that? He's in the damn dark." I know. Nobody wants to click on the dark video, but hey, the content was there. So if you want to watch them, go back. The content's good. What the heck is on my glasses? But hey, let's talk. Let's talk about, I kind of want to talk about the legacy of Creed today. So I have Creed in my bag. And I talk, okay, so this is what happens. I don't have a CD case yet. So I have a bag and I carry CDs with me. So let me get these CDs out real quick. And let's talk about Creed, the legacy of Creed. So they had an album come out. I don't remember, was it called Circle or Full Circle? I think that's what it was. I haven't really heard that much of it. From what I heard, I'm not completely impressed, Okay, the other one's not in here. But we all know the original Creed album had a really good, beginning to an album. Then Human Clay came out. And this pretty much has, it had, the big songs on here was With Arms Wide Open, Higher. I think that was pretty much it. There's some really good songs on the Human Clay album. And on the original album, there's, I can't remember what songs. There's about 3 or 4 songs that are really, really good on the first album. And the other ones, they're not bad. They're just like the greatest songs, but I mean, they're good songs. And on here, at first, when I originally got this a long time ago, the Human Clay, when it first came out, I think I didn't get it for like a month after it came out. But when I got it, I wasn't super impressed. Going back and revisiting it now, I'm actually more impressed with it. There's a song called Beautiful that's track number 3. An amazing song. I don't know why I didn't like it before. And also there's a song called, I think it's Say I. It's either Say I or Wrong Way, track 4 or track 5. It's really good as well. What If is also on here. And Are You Ready is kind of funky. 5, I think, is the one that has like at the beginning of the song, and you're like, shut up, let's get to the song. But yeah, Human Clay is not bad. Probably their weaker albums, though, of the 3 previous albums. And I will say probably that the newer album probably falls above this. That's better. To be completely honest, I've heard some songs, and there's probably good songs on there. Then we have, but their third album was Weathered. Now I remember when this came out. I was a huge fan. This CD right here, Weathered. I love this album. It starts out with Bullets, which is a really good song. Freedom Fighter is really good. Who's Got My Back is okay. Signs is okay. One Last Breath, amazing. I love that song. My Sacrifice got kind of burned out. It was on the radio all the time. So I got kind of, Stand Here With Me, pretty decent. Weathered, really good. I love that song now. Number 9, Hide. And then 11, Lullaby is not too bad. But number 10, Don't Stop Dancing. Don't Stop Dancing and Weathered are probably 2 of my favorite songs on here. Freedom Fighter's up there as well. But One Last Breath is really good, which was a single. And My Sacrifice was a single. I think those are the only singles off here. I don't think anything else was a single. I think they only had 2 singles off here. But this is Weathered. I haven't heard Full Circle yet. I'm probably going to kind of put that on my wish list. But I really just wanted to mainly get the 3 beginning CDs. Now, in a haul coming up, you will see that I did get Shooter Jennings, Put the O Back in Country. Funny story about that, before I get back to Creed, is that I had that CD a long time ago. Wasn't too impressed. But I want to get some country in my library, so if I feel like listening to country, which I have been kind of lately, that's why I've kind of been falling back to Creed, I think, because I'm ready for some country. But yeah, there you go. But yeah, let's talk about Creed. What is the legacy of Creed? And I think that the legacy is going to be kind of a little bit odd, because we don't know where Scott Stapp's going to be in 5 years. I can see him going back and doing some more solo stuff. I would love to see solo stuff from him. Maybe Creed's going to stay together. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they toured, and then they decided to get back together and record another album. Like I said, they recorded Full Circle. I believe that's what the name of the CD is called. It's either Full Circle or Circle, anyway, whatever. People get annoyed when I try and figure out the names of CDs and songs and videos, because like, why didn't you look it up before you did the video? And I was going to talk about it, all right, damn it. But, yeah, so they did that. And now, kind of like, well, what do they do now? Because Mark Tremonti has his own band called Tremonti. I don't know if any of the other members have any other side projects. I know Scott Stapp, like, you know, I think he recorded, he released, rewind that back. He at least released one album. I don't know if there was two, but I know he released The Great Divide. I think there might have been another album that he released after that, but I didn't really hear about it too much, so that's why I didn't really know about it. I think I came across it right when Creed was, because when that album was coming out, I think I went and I was like, let me check out his solo stuff. And when I did, I think that's when I found out that he had another CD out. So I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure he did have a second CD out. But it was more like gospel stuff, I think, because he is decently religious, I guess. I don't know how he is now. I think he is still pretty religious. So, and you can tell that on The Great Divide. You know, and if you want to count that as part of the legacy, it kind of is, because Scott Stapp pretty much is Creed. And you can say anything you want, but the lead singer pretty much embodies the band. And when you lose the lead singer, it's pretty much, it's hard to come back. You know, Drowning Pool and Saliva, you know, these bands that try and live on after the singers either pass away or things happen and, you know, they get rid of the singer, or vice versa. You know, you can see what Days of the New, when the singer got rid of the band, it can also have that kind of effect where you don't get the same sound, or you don't get the same kind of, I guess, the same kind of heart in the band. So it is a difficult thing to keep a legacy alive of a band, and I think we've seen that with Nickelback, and now we've seen that Creed kind of trying to save their legacy a little bit and maybe trying to reignite it. And I think they're doing a good job. I think that if they can come out with another album and have a hit on it, they'll be back. They'll be back in the mainstream, like super. I just think they just need to have those, you know, one or two singles to get them back in the loop, get them back in the mainstream, and they would be fine. They'd be right back on MTV, like, you know, being popular with the kids again, I think. Because, I mean, they're really cool. I think Creed, on the top of the hard rock scale of how cool and how their lyrics and stuff like that are, for being sort of a religious connotations kind of band, they're really, really good. They are super good. And some people might say, oh, they're not religious, he got drunk on stage and things like, dude, I've known of so many Catholic people. I've heard of stories about Catholic people who get drunk and then go to church on Sunday. I'm not that guy. I'm not Catholic, and I'm not downing anybody that does that. But I'm just saying that there's people that do that. So you want to know that. We don't know what kind of religion he, studies or whatever. Christian, what is he, a Catholic, or is he Baptist? We have no idea. And some people have different beliefs. So whatever you want to say. But, Scott Stapp's one of my favorite. He's probably up there in the list of my favorite singers. I think it may be because I can kind of sound like him when I sing, so that's why I kind of like him more. Him, Zakk Wylde, Alan Jackson's certainly up there in terms of vocalist, only. Zakk, you probably like, oh, you like it? No, I like his vocals, not his guitar. I like his guitar work. It gets a little crazy at times, though, and you're like, whoa, calm it down, Leroy. But, I like his vocals as well. But Scott Stapp, the legacy of Creed, I think, is going to be, they were a good band. Troubles in the life got in the way with Scott Stapp. And, that's what I just know that he got drunk on stage and the band got tired of dealing with it. Was kind of the story I thought that happened. I could be wrong. Could be getting the whole story wrong. But I know that event happened, and then the band was no longer together anymore. So that kind of leads me to believe that there was turmoil in the band. He was drinking a lot. and things like that. Who knows? Maybe it was a one-night thing, and there was other stuff that led to the breakup. But either way, after that incident, Creed broke up. So somewhere there was turmoil going on in the band. And, I talked about, I had a video a long time ago, and I tried to kind of recreate it. I kind of want to recreate it. And I think I just deleted it the other day because I don't think I did a great job. They kind of talked about the egos and, drugs and everything like that kills bands. And it's a sad thing because we've seen it time and time again. Talk about Nirvana, you talk about, Janis Joplin, you talk about Jimi Hendrix, different things that killed a band because either, they were into drugs or, just crazy things that they could have avoided, and I don't know if Jimi Hendrix had something to do with drugs. Was it something to do with his foot or something? How he died? I don't know. It's something weird. But it's kind of like makes you wonder, what could have happened if these guys would have stayed straight and sober, and maybe their music wouldn't have been as good, but after they got famous, they could have slowed down a little bit, and just put out, lived in the safety of their own home, and did their stuff, not going out and doing things with friends that you don't know what they're going to do to you or where you're going to go and do things. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But the legacy of Scott Stapp and Creed, I think, is going to be a good one. And I don't think they're done yet. I really don't think they're done yet. So I don't even think we know the legacy of Creed, to be completely honest. So, leave your comments down below. What do you think the legacy of Creed is going to be? Because I really do think that there's still more to offer from Scott Stapp. And I think that as the next few years go on, I think they're going to have a stronger presence if they stay together because they're a super talented band. He has a super talented voice and he takes care of it. And, yeah, I just thought about something in the middle of the video. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know down below, like I said, what you think about the legacy of Creed and some legacy of some other bands that were ruined by certain things, stories. Let me know down below. What other bands kind of have the same kind of thing as Creed go on? Or, maybe a singer ego tripping and causing the band to, go downhill or something like that. I'm sure there's other bands I'm missing, especially in the metal world. I know there's some metal people that have a lot of big heads. Pantera comes to mind. That kind of the reason I think that they kind of left because of drugs and stuff like that. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. Hope you catch you guys later. Keep rocking and keep on listening to Creed. Most definitely.